because I've been, through so much. And that I've been through has been a secret. I'm happy that they're free because they had to hold on to a secret that they may have seen shrinks for years and years and years. And that has been a secret. Those secrets I still have to deal with.
What if everything you thought you knew about Mary J. Blige's rise to fame was a carefully constructed lie? The iconic singer has finally broken her silence, confirming the rumors that have swirled around her relationship with Diddy for decades. But the truth is far more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. How did Blige manage to escape Diddy's iron-fisted control and emerge as the independent powerhouse we know today? What were the real costs of her freedom, and how close did she come to losing everything? As we dive into Blige's courageous journey, we'll expose the dark underbelly of the music industry and the price of challenging its most powerful players. On a tragic night in 1989, a young producer named Sean Puffy Combs, best known by his stage name Diddy, noticed Mary J. Blige's unadulterated ability. At a local karaoke night, Mary, who was only 18, was belting out a song by Anita Baker when Diddy heard her strong voice. He realized right away that he had found a diamond in the rough.
I feel really sad for the women, but I'm happy that they're free. Everyone that's coming out, I'm just happy that the people are being exposed and exposing other people.
Mary hadn't had an easy time getting to that point. Growing up in Yonkers, New York's Schlobohm housing projects, she experienced addiction, abuse, and poverty at a young age. Her love and escape was music, but for a girl from the projects, getting into the business seemed unattainable. Diddy offered Mary an offer that appeared too good to be true after realizing her potential. He pledged to give her the life she had always desired and to make her a star. It was an irresistible lifeline for Mary. She had no idea how much Diddy's pledge would actually cost. Mary's career took off like a rocket under Diddy's leadership. When her first album, What's the 411, was released in 1992, it completely changed the music industry. Mary's distinctive fusion of soulful vocals and hip-hop beats gave rise to a brand new genre known as hip-hop soul. Hits like Real Love and You Remind Me dominated the charts, and the album went multi-platinum. Mary's early work was heavily influenced by Diddy's producing approach. He encouraged her to combine hard-hitting sounds, streetwise lyrics, and her honest, passionate vocals. Magic was the outcome, but there was a cost. Diddy had a profound impact on Mary's appearance and sound that went well beyond the studio. When Mary's second album, My Life, was released in 1994, the strain on her increased. Her reputation as the queen of hip-hop soul was cemented by the album's enormous popularity. Behind the scenes, however, Mary was having difficulties. The pressure to uphold her accomplishments and reputation was debilitating. Diddy's influence over Mary's career grew along with her fame. He became her manager, mentor, and personal partner in addition to being her producer. Diddy's plan for her career governed every step Mary took, trapping her in a golden cage.
I'm happy that they're free because they had to hold on to a secret that they may have seen shrinks for years and years and years. And that has been a secret. Those secrets I still have to deal with.
Behind the scenes, a terrible plot was developing while fans busied themselves dancing to Mary's tunes. How did the hip-hop soul queen end up ensnared in the golden cage of her own prosperity? The solution entails a poisonous combination of exploitation, power, and a last-ditch fight for autonomy that would exhaust Mary. Mary was under tremendous pressure to uphold her achievements and image as her fame soared. Diddy's impact permeated every part of Mary's life and went well beyond the music studio. He presented himself as her mentor, boyfriend, producer, and manager. However, the cost of this all-encompassing relationship was high. Diddy's emotional exploitation and deceptive methods started to wear thin behind closed doors. Diddy's plan for her career governed every decision Mary made, trapping her in a web of control. Mary felt confined and alone, since the once promising partnership had turned into a confining cage. Mary's personal life was affected by this toxic relationship. She struggled with substance misuse, turning to drink and narcotics as a way to deal with the overwhelming stress she was under. A string of abusive relationships added to this battle and further undermined Mary's sense of independence and self-worth.
And I believe that things will change because this is making other women say, me too, me too, me too. That I still, I exposed it on Oprah, but there's so much more that people don't know.
Mary has been open about this difficult time in her life in interviews. She talked about feeling as like she were only a puppet in Diddy's elaborate scheme, lost and cut off from her own identity. Mary was left to battle her demons mainly by herself due to the debilitating solitude. As the years passed, Mary's yearning for autonomy grew. She began to doubt Diddy's intentions and business methods, seeing that their relationship relationship was not at all the mutually beneficial alliance she had first thought it was. Mary longed for a way out as the fractures in their facade started to emerge. It would be difficult to escape Diddy's impact though. It seemed nearly impossible for Mary to pursue her profession on her own because he had become so entwined with it. Diddy threatened to destroy her life and career if she dared to leave him, and his threats were quite real. In spite of these obstacles, Mary's fortitude started to show. In an attempt to take back her life and career, she began to pursue spiritual and therapeutic healing. Slowly but surely, the queen of hip-hop soul was rediscovering her voice. In 1998, Mary J. Blige found herself in a difficult situation. Her world was about to be completely upended by a startling discovery about Diddy, which would force her to face the unpleasant reality that sometimes the people closest to us can be the ones who oppress us the most. How could Mary muster the courage to escape? Diddy had fathered a child with another lady, and the news came like a ton of bricks. This wasn't just another celebrity scandal, in Mary's opinion. The whole amount of Diddy's deceit and manipulation became evident when the scales fell from her eyes. All along, the man who had presented himself as her manager, mentor, lover, and producer had been living two lives. Mary's entire world fell apart. Her professional and personal lives were rocked to their core by the treachery. She was questioned about everything she believed to be true regarding her connection with Diddy. Was everything a lie? To what extent did Diddy's grand scheme contribute to her success? And how much of it was actually her own? Diddy's actual nature emerged as Mary struggled with these agonizing insights. He used threats and intimidation in an attempt to keep his firm hold on her career.
And that's why it just keeps happening every day, every day. It will change things because people don't want to be in bondage anymore, be so revealing. It took me a very long time to even wear makeup and tight clothes.
As Diddy threatened to destroy her life and career if she tried to leave him, Mary found herself living in perpetual terror and watching over her shoulder. However, Mary had undergone a transformation. She was determined to take back her life and career after learning of Diddy's treachery. Mary made the brave choice to leave Diddy's poisonous influence, even though she was terrified. Her determination would be put to the test, and everything she believed to be true about herself and the music business would be called into question. Mary had a really difficult time becoming independent. She made a daring move to reorganize her career by bringing on new producers, managers, and attorneys. Every action was a proclamation of intent, a promise that no one, not even Diddy, could control or influence her in the future. The music business eagerly awaited the news of Mary's split from Diddy. A lot of people questioned if the queen of hip-hop soul could live without the guy who had helped to shape her career. Mary, however, was resolved to disprove them all. She pursued psychological and spiritual healing, channeling her suffering into her work and personal development. Mary's narrative sparked a wider discussion about power relations in the music industry, reaching far beyond her own experience. Her courageous voice against exploitation encouraged others to share their own experiences, shedding light on the murky areas of a business that all too frequently put financial gain ahead of the welfare of its artists. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so the saying goes. This was more than simply a slogan to Mary J. Blige. It served as a guide for her own rebirth. Mary was about to demonstrate that her greatest achievements were about to come as she came out of Diddy's shadow, but at what price? The debut of Mary J. Blige's record in 2001 would revolutionize her career and rock the music business. With the fitting title of No More Drama, this potent compilation of songs marked the beginning of the queen of hip-hop soul's newfound independence. The record was more than just a piece of music. It was a statement of Mary's independence and her tenacity.
Because I'd been, through so much, and that I've been through has been a secret. Because when, I've been through so much as a child and a teenager, so like I said, I'm happy that these women are hopefully, free, because it hurts.
The entire business held its breath as Mary started this new phase. Without the guy who had influenced her career from the start, could she really succeed? Mary was committed to demonstrating that she was more than capable of supporting herself. She surrounded herself with a group of people who valued her vision and encouraged her development as she started to rebuild her personal and professional lives on her own terms. Mary experienced a profound metamorphosis in the ensuing years, both personally and artistically. She She immersed herself in her work, pushing the limits of her musical skills and experimenting with new sounds. Her journey of self-discovery and rehabilitation was reflected in her songs, which grew even more honest and unvarnished. Mary's status as one of the most reputable voices in R&B was cemented when her artistic development struck a chord with both fans and critics. Mary had extraordinary success in the years following Diddy. She received 9 Grammy Awards, among many other great honors. However, Mary's abilities extended beyond just music. She entered the acting world and received Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations. Mary's professional diversification demonstrated that her star power was not limited to the recording studio. Mary became an inspiration to a new generation of artists as her popularity grew. Many aspiring musicians who were negotiating their own obstacles in the industry found inspiration in her story of triumphing over hardship and battling for artistic control. Mary emerged as a representation of fortitude and self-determination, demonstrating that one might achieve success on their own terms without sacrificing moral character. Mary's support of openness and moral behavior in the music business is arguably the most potent part of her legacy. She has inspired other artists to take charge of their own creativity and resist exploitation by sharing her personal experiences. Mary's transformation from a controlled artist to an independent force has served as a model for others who want to escape the destructive dynamics of the industry.